The story of Kanika Jenkins is a tragic, disturbing, and full of mystery story. Kanika was only 19 years old when her body was found dead in a walk-in freezer at the Crowne Plaza Hotel in Rosemont, Illinois. Kanika was celebrating a party with her friends that night when she mysteriously vanished. Her friends had no idea where she was gone and reported her missing at the hotel management, then later on to Kanika's mother. At around 3:20 a.m., a security footage surfaced showing what appears to be Kanika stumbling throughout the hallways and at the front desk. Later on, footage showed Kanika entering a kitchen and then disappearing out of camera's view. This was the last time Kanika was seen alive. 2 days later, Kanika was found by police inside the freezer and was pronounced dead. The cause of the death was ruled to be hypothermia. The autopsy report showed that Kanika's blood alcohol was 0.112. This was way over the limit of what would be considered legally drunk in the state of Chicago. But the most mysterious part is that she had traces of a drug called topermint, which is used to treat epilepsy, migraines, and headaches. Kanika was not prescribed this drug. It's unknown on how it got into her system. When taken with alcohol, topermint is known to cause side effects like hypothermia, which is ultimately what Kanika died from. This finding has led many to believe that Kanika had been murdered rather than death being merely an accident. Police insist that no foul play was at work, but many around the world, including Kanika's own mother, believe otherwise. Rather more when Kanika's friends were questioned on what happened that night, their stories did not match up. They would constantly change their stories regarding what happened after Kanika went missing. Tonight, I attempt to contact Kanika's spirit to see what she has to say about this night.
Hello, everyone. Welcome
Hello.
to P.A.R.A.S.Q.U.A.D. Let's see who we have in the house tonight. We have Sneaky. Hello, sis. Annie.
Hi, Annie.
The Invisible. Amy. Hello, sister.
Hi, Amy. I love you, beautiful, sweet sister.
54 degrees north. Hello. Welcome. Okay. So tonight, my regular co-hosts aren't available because they are out investigating somewhere awesome. So you should expect really cool videos of this place they're going. I'm not saying where it is. Keep it a secret.
Absolutely.
And so I decided to invite my good best friend, Barbara, to come along with us and have a little fun tonight. Unfortunately, the Phasma box has problems, so I think you'll be able to hear it, but not that loud. So we'll try anyways. And as you saw in the intro, we're going to talk about Kanika Jenkins. She was found dead in a freezer at a hotel in Illinois. So, Barbara, what do you think about the video I just put up? And it's my voice for once narrating the story.
Which I think you did very well.
Thank you.
Okay, first of all, for all the people that are here, welcome tonight. Thank you very much for your love and support. Second of all, please be aware I absolutely cannot see the chat, so I am not ignoring anybody. Okay, that's for starters. Now, the video. As you all know, especially investigators, there's a lot of cuts in that video right now, okay? Because they're only looking for Kanika Jenkins. They're not looking for anybody else. Another thing that I'm not sure if everybody's aware of is that kitchen was closed for over 2 months for renovations. So what are the chances that only one deep freeze would be open? If you notice that poor young lady, even just trying to walk, she could barely even walk. How could she possibly just find her way into a walk-in freezer as messed up as she was? You know what I mean? I don't understand it. I am a sensitive and I'm an empath, which I do not like going public with, but it is what it is. And my heart and everything in me tells me that she was murdered. Because number one, I don't care how drunk anybody is, you always remember the truth. And with everybody's stories being different, yeah. And I absolutely feel in my heart so strong that she was murdered. I really, really do.
Oh, and I forgot to say hi to my Twitter friends because we're also on Twitter at the moment. Going live on Twitter.
Everybody.
Hi, my Twitter friends. Okay, so let's go on. Sorry.
So anyhow, I just want you guys, to think about as you're asking questions and stuff, somebody else is behind this. There might be even more than one. These are kids, 19 years old. They could have actually come together and planned something. Like, let's do this to Kanika tonight. You know what I mean? Then having that medication in her system that she's never taken before. Doesn't that seem kind of odd to all of you?
Yeah.
So that's just my feeling on the video, which I have watched at least 4 times. Okay. And how convenient is it that the camera that we need the most, which is the one right at that walk-in freezer, again, the kitchen had been closed for 2 months for renovations. It was not even in service. There's no way she thought that was a bathroom, as drunk as she was. I literally think somebody was already back there. I really do. I think she had help getting in that freezer. And once she was pushed down to the ground, do you really think she could have gotten up in the pitch black? So that's my feeling on the video. There's a lot of cuts.
I saw photos of like what they call the crime scene, and her shoe is off, and she has she's been hurt on the side of on her waist. Her sweater's up a bit, and you see like a big bruise or something.
Wow.
I didn't want to include that in the video because it was very graphic. The photos were very graphic. But if you type in her name on Google and do photos, you will see these. And I can't believe these photos are circulating on the internet right now. They're so graphic.
Well, but that's another reason. I mean, now I had no knowledge of that until this moment. Zero. Okay. But there you go. There, as far as I'm concerned, there's my proof. There's my proof. Okay. There's no way she did it to herself. No way. Now they say she was not assaulted, if you guys know what I mean. Not punch type assaulted, the other kind of assaulted. Because she was fully clothed does not mean anything. All right. I definitely think it was
like sorry about that. That's my phone. Okay. Okay, sorry.
And you guys, there's no way that I can possibly replace the king and queen of YouTube. I'm so sorry. I can talk with the twang like this if you want me to, but that's really not going to make me Laura, because she's just so funny. And then, of course, Jared, he's just hysterical as well. So you're stuck with me tonight, but I love all of you very much. So hope that helps a little bit. All right, Sandra, I'm ready when you are, girlfriend.
Okay, we got some new people that came in. We got Snowman, Mary,
cool, hey, Snowman.
Christina, the Bud Files.
Hey, Bud Files, yay.
We got Heather.
Come here with Heather. Hello, Heather.
Hi, Jojo.
Hi, Jojo.
Okay.
I
So
wish
I
I could see the
guess
chat. Darn it.
we will start by showing this photo of this beautiful young lady
Which is
right
such a
here.
shame.
Look how beautiful she was.
She sure was.
Mhm.
But does she look like the kind of person? I mean, I know that looks can be deceiving, but I
Yeah,
do not think she looks like the kind of person that would pop a pill or something like that. I
no,
definitely think
this
something was done to this poor girl.
I'm having the goosebumps, the chills
Yeah,
on
I
my
was
leg
gonna.
just by looking at her. She was a girl at her place. Very well raised. I'm pretty sure. You see it and you feel it. That's what
That's
I'm feeling.
exactly. I was gonna ask you, Sandra, like what you felt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
And
that's what I'm feeling. Oh, and I got the Montreal Canadiens up in top on the top in the corner for Guy Lafleur. He passed away today, and
oh,
yeah, he's a hero for us Quebecois here. He was a hockey player. He
mm-hmm.
started in '69 all the way till I think '89 or '90s or something like that. So
It's a
we
long time to
it,
suffer.
yeah, so Quebec is suffering right now of a big loss. We lost another one, his teammate last Friday,
Wow,
and now we lost him this morning. So
that's a shame.
so it's just to honor Mr. Guy Lafleur, Flower Power, maybe if some people know him. He played for the New York Rangers at one point.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Native New Yorker here.
Okay, so I'm gonna start the Phasma box, and guys, if you have any questions, put them in all caps so I can see them better, and we will ask that question for you. And if you hear something, also put it in all caps so we can see it faster too, and maybe have a response to that as well. Okay, so let's start the show. So it's going to take a little while for the Phasma box to warm up, I guess. Tonight it's not too satisfied with it. Okay, it should be working. You should be hearing something if something comes out. Hello, spirits. We would like to know if a spirit can help us talk to Kanika Jenkins. Let's see, it's not doing anything really.
When she does come through, she has a soft voice, but her voice I have heard come through previously.
Yes, Sneaky, you can use the app. So, spirits, we would like to talk to Kanika Jenkins only, please. All the other spirits, please back away. We would like to know what happened to Kanika that night. Kanika, are you here with us? My name's Sandra. We spoke before.
I thought I just heard a female say it happened.
Kanika, can you tell us what happened that night? Heather? I heard Heather very clearly.
Yeah, I did too.
Involved? You were involved in foul play?
Something for sure.
Do you remember how you got into the freezer?
I just heard how. Can I ask a question, Sandra?
Yeah, go ahead.
Kanika, that evening, honey, when you were with your friends partying, was there somebody asking you to meet them downstairs in that kitchen?
It said something over you.
I hate that. Kanika, did somebody ask you to meet them at the freezer?
Who opened the door for you? A man? Did you know this man? Kanika, the man that opened the door for you, is he still alive?
Kanika, was it somebody that you knew? Kanika, were you murdered, sweetheart? I thought so.
Okay,
Is Amy still in the chat?
we know she passed away by hypothermia. So when you're in hypothermia, you're cold. So, Kanika, are you cold? Or was you very cold? No.
Okay, right before you go into hypothermia, you get extremely hot and sweaty. Very hot.
Okay.
Right before you go into hypothermia. That's a medical fact. Kanika, did you feel very hot at any time and try to get up?
Okay.
That same male spirit.
Amy says, I could have sworn I heard her name.
I thought it's her. I could have something. Did someone just say, Kanika, wake up?
Yeah. Kanika, were your friends playing a joke on you?
Was that and I think so? Sandra, ask that male spirit if he knows anything.
What?
One is doing the talking. Oh, okay. The male spirit that's coming through right now that's doing all the talking, is there anything at all that you could help us with the Kanika Jenkins? Were there other people involved? Is that I heard you?
I heard absolutely.
Well, I definitely feel that. Kanika, was anybody out to get you, so to speak? Something about not always?
Not always. And a girl. I heard a girl.
Okay. Because I feel a lot of jealousy. Kanika, were people jealous of you, honey?
It's running into?
I heard running into also.
You kept on running into girls that were jealous of you? Kanika, do you have a message to say? Supasu. I think there's Spanish coming in.
Yeah, there's definitely something different coming in.
Kanika, can you speak Spanish?
That was a Spanish response in the beginning. I'll talk to you.
Tell us a secret in Spanish, Kanika, so that male voice won't understand you.
It's the third time I heard the same thing. That's her. Darn it, what'd she just say?
I don't know.
But that was her voice, I'm telling you. That's her voice that just came through. That soft female voice, that's her. That's her.
You are here?
Kanika, yes or no? Are you here? Is that a yes?
Here, Eddie says, earlier in the conversation, when you asked who opened the door for you, she replied, I had no choice and it was hard to open. Sorry, it took me long to reply.
No, that's okay, but I agree with that. Who opened the door for Kanika? Male or female?
The person that opened the door, did you push Kanika inside? Because I'd like to know how she lost the shoe. If someone would have pushed her inside, she probably could have lost her shoe. But not herself going in herself. How would she lose her shoe?
How did Kanika get all those injuries? How many people were involved in this? Gang something?
Yeah.
Amy, do you hear anything coming through? I just heard a no. Clear no. Something involved. That was her.
Amy says yes, she hears something coming through.
See, it's harder for me because for some reason my earbuds aren't working tonight. I don't know why. Yeah, ha 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 to you too, mister.
She said even more so while it was on slow mode. Yet Amy was complaining that she was having, well, not complaining, but saying that the video for her was slow, so she had to refresh and everything.
But you want to know something? When you do watch videos, you can slow down the speed, and sometimes you can understand the Phasma box or the necrophonic a lot easier because it slows it down a bit.
Yeah.
That feel like. Kanika, can you please give us a message for your parents? All I have to
Okay, Kanika, we are going to switch device now.
Yes.
Maybe we can hear you better. What did she say?
I don't know, but I definitely wish we could rewind that.
Okay, Kanika. Me
Well,
too with the other spirit box. So I'll turn this one off.
I can hear her coming through. It's just that somebody's speaking over her. That damn man that's in your house. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, I asked him to leave us alone for a few minutes.
When's the
Okay,
last time a man listened to you?
I think I'm asking for a miracle.
I'm sorry, but I had to.
Yes, that's what we're going to do when we start this session. Said, ask the other spirits to step aside. Yes, we will. Okay, now I'm going to start the necrophonic. I just hope you guys will be able to hear it properly. Here we go. Can you hear it?
I can really well.
If I put my speaker higher.
No.
Can you hear it?
Okay, we would like to reach Kanika Jenkins, please. So all other spirits, could you please step aside unless you can assist us with this?
Oh, now it's on. Can you
I
hear
just
it?
heard her. Yes, I just heard her.
Okay. Hello, Kanika. It's Sandra.
Up.
Before we start, I would like to ask the other spirits that are here to please back away for now. We would like to speak to Kanika
I just heard
only,
Jenkins.
and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow if there's something.
Sandra, when you were saying that, I heard Jenkins come through clear as day. Jenkins.
Okay. Kanika, are you here with us?
Her. Kanika, take any energy you need, sweetheart. What do you have there, Sandra?
Kanika, I have crystals and the salt lamp like before. If you need that energy.
A clear
Kanika,
what?
we would like to know more about what happened that night. That night I did.
I heard something tonight. I get it, or something like that.
Yeah.
Kanika, was somebody out to get you because of jealousy, honey? That was a yep.
Our friend says, hello, Kanika. It is safe here. You can come and talk to us safely here.
Kanika, who opened the freezer for you, honey?
Can you give us a name? A clear name? Did you know this man?
No, some.
Some.
Kanika, was it a group of people?
They.
Is anybody in the chat have any questions?
Did that man work for the hotel? I'm getting the little girl that lives here. Kanika, that man that opened the freezer, was he a hotel employee?
That was her voice. Kanika, were you depressed or anything, honey, that night?
Kanika, did you know the room you were partying in was paid with a false credit card?
No, I didn't. Kanika, how many drinks did you have that night? Do you remember?
One at a time, please.
Kanika, how many drinks did you have that night, honey?
Your son is attempting to reach you on your cellular device.
Hold on, I'm getting a phone call.
Your son is attempting to reach you on your cellular.
Sorry, Andrew.
Kanika, you had 10 drinks?
Two. I heard a clear two. Because she got to that party at like 1:20 or 1:30 in the morning, and this happened around 3 o'clock in the morning.
Kanika, what were you looking for in the hallways of the hotel? Were you looking for some bathrooms? Yes. It was long enough, but
I heard a yes,
yeah. But there was
clearly.
a delay, though.
Right.
Were you drinking before you got to the party? Yes.
She was pounded. Kanika, did somebody take advantage of you that night, sweetheart? That's her, yeah. Again. Something be here?
We only want good spirits coming in with good language.
Nasty. I just heard Nancy.
Kanika, why were you alone in the hallways?
Bouncing off the walls.
Did you have a fight? Did you have a fight with your friends?
I think I just heard no, but he pushed me.
Kanika, did someone push you?
Yeah.
Did someone push you inside the freezer?
That was your little girl.
Yeah. We would only like to talk to Kanika, please. The other three we will speak tomorrow. Thank you.
Nika, honey, you know people were jealous of you. Was this an act done out of jealousy to you? No.
One at a time, please, and let Kanika speak. Thank you.
I just heard something about a boy in back.
Did a boy push you from the back into the freezer?
I feel like it.
Okay.
Kanika, was somebody in that freezer with you?
Kanika, did you have a boyfriend? Were you in the freezer with your boyfriend?
I did? What?
Can you tell us your boyfriend's name?
I feel like people are trying to prevent her from speaking, to be honest.
Kanika, is someone stopping you from telling us the truth? You don't have to listen to them. If you would like to share your story, you can. They have no power over you.
Somebody knows.
Who knows? Someone Someone knows your story?
Did I hear Bradley?
Yes, Debbie, you're right.
What'd Debbie say?
Hold on.
I wish I could see the chat. I got a feeling she went to cool off. Didn't she have a drug in her system that caused hypothermia? Yes, she did have a drug in her system that caused hypothermia. And right before you go into full-blown hypothermia, you get extremely hot. But I still don't think she walked in that freezer by herself. That kitchen was closed, renovation. Kanika, do you feel like this was planned, honey? Yes. Yeah. She hurt.
Kanika, if you have something to say it now because I'm going to be turning it off soon.
That
Would you like us to come back sometime? Because I think there's other spirits that I can't even control coming in now.
Mm-hmm. A bunch of them.
Okay, Kanika. Thank you for communicating with us. And to all the other spirits, you are not allowed to connect yourself to me, my co-host, or the people in the chat watching. You must stay where you are. Okay, I turned that off. We're going to say just a little prayer because it was a little dark in there. This is my favorite prayer that I use. It's Saint Michael, the Archangel. Defend us in battle. Be our protection against the wickedness and snare of the devil. May God rebuke him. We humbly pray, and do thou, our Prince of the heavenly host, by the divine powers of God, cast into hell Satan and all the evil spirits who roam throughout the world, seeking the ruin of souls. Amen. Okay, so
She's such a beautiful young lady. This is so sad.
She looks like a princess.
I gotta tell you, I keep getting a very strong, and if there's any empaths or sensitives or anything like that in the chat, remember, I cannot see the chat, but I want to know, just with a yes or a number one, okay? Can anybody at all feel a feeling of extreme jealousy toward this young lady due to the fact that she was obviously very well raised and a very beautiful young lady?
Let's see I'll tell you what the chat says.
That's why I try to make it easy, either yes or just put a 1.
Hi, George. Oh, thank you, Masha. I have a soothing voice. I didn't like my voice at first in videos and all that. Thank you.
Sandra, you always have it together, girlfriend.
Well, it's true. In my first videos, I wouldn't talk or anything because I didn't like my voice. It sounded like over cigarettes voice or something.
Like when I hear mine back, it sounds so deep. It's like, wow, do I really sound that bad? I guess I do. But, 60 years of life, 2 kids, 5 grandchildren, well, 4 3/4.
Here, I got an answer. I feel she was so out of it and didn't know her surroundings.
That is a definite yes. Absolutely. That is a definite yes. Hence why I'm saying the only place in the hotel that is completely closed down for renovations and she ends up there just by happenstance, I don't believe it. I'm not buying into it one bit.
Hi, Nightmare. What I'm wondering is, like, how did she get all the way there? Like, there must be parts of the hotel closed due to renovations. Like, somebody must have stopped her by then, you know?
But not only that, Sandra, she couldn't even walk. And she was literally bouncing off of the hallway walls, zigzagging.
Yeah, she had, yeah. What was she following? It looked as if she was following something that we couldn't see, that's for sure. I don't know. And how could she
Myself,
open a big freezer door like that, being tiny like she is and very intoxicated? That I, it's like, I don't know. That's
I
the
know that
part.
there's a
Somebody must have helped her, or the freezer door was open, holding by, I guess, a box or something, and someone took the box away, and then the door closed, probably. But I don't know.
okay, here's another thing, okay? In case everybody does not know this, that particular walk-in freezer, which they did show at some part, I had to be somewhere in the video, but, or maybe it was a newscast that I heard, but there's a button that you can actually push to get out. It's a
Yeah,
big
door, like
yellow button,
the handle
okay, that you can
inside.
push.
Yeah,
And you want to know something? If you think about this, Sandra, you said she had, no, you saw the pictures, I didn't. You said she had a pretty big bruise on her waist area.
yep.
That would be right about the spot where that
Her sweater was up, and you were seeing her, like her ribs and her tummy.
but
She
it was
was
probably
lying
the
on
same
her side,
face. Yeah.
and she's missing a shoe. And there was other evidence, because you know the cops, they put like those yellow triangles like it's
Yes.
on TV. It was really like what you saw on TV there. There were evidence
Uh-huh.
1, 2, 3 and all that. And you saw all those photos just by typing her name on Google. And like what's there in the corner? They had like an evidence thing in a corner, but there's nothing there.
You know
Why?
why? They're trying to cover something up. I'm telling you right now, every single part of my body, every bit of my, I call it a curse, but my sensitive, my empath, all that stuff is telling me 100% there's a definite cover up because all those children at that party were questioned and every one of them said something different. Okay. Well, come on now, people. You know what I'm saying? Something definitely happened to this young lady that was not her doing or her choice of doing,
Yeah.
if you know what I'm saying. And
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if anybody else is getting that feeling at all of foul play, because I'm calling foul play 100%.
Yes, I am too, because no,
She was too well raised, she was too well put together, and you can tell that.
she was very smart, you know.
But people are jealous of that, especially at her age. She was only 19. Think about how children are today. And if any of you in the chat are 19, I apologize. I'm not trying to insult you.
She had the best clothes, the best hair. She looked
Yep.
very well. She had a nice waist. That's important these days for some teenagers.
She's a beautiful girl. Beautiful. This is
Yeah,
just so sad.
yeah.
Okay, real quick to the chat, and forgive me, and I do apologize, guys, but I can't see the chat. Okay, um, just by putting a number one, which would be the easiest thing to do. Who thinks that this is a cover up, or that there is definitely more people involved? Just
So
throw one up there.
if you guys think it's a cover up, press 1, and we'll do
Or
like
other people involved, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Because it even says that her friends would change their story.
Stories.
They go see them one day and it's something, and the 2 3 days after they go back and they're saying something else. So we got a 1 in the chat so far.
What does my sweet sister Amy think? Because I know she's got some kind of ability.
She had to leave to
Oh, that's too bad.
to go eat. I think her dinner was ready, or she had to go make dinner. One of the two.
I understand.
Wow.
Does anybody in the chat have any feelings or ideas of what they think may have happened here?
George here says her friends could have done it also. One of them have
To
to.
record it.
Yeah, but it wasn't like recordings of cell phones. The video I showed at the beginning
With
was,
security cameras.
yeah, how do they call it? ACT cameras or something? The security
Yeah.
cameras of the
CSC
hotel.
something. Closed circuit security. Or closed circuit camera, something like that.
Yeah, and the photos that I saw of, you can call it a crime scene. Uh, it was from the police, I guess, and I don't know how it got all over Google. It's just so easy to see these photos.
Now, Sandra, a question, only because I have no idea. I know that YouTube is extremely touchy about things. So, in other words, there's no way at all that any of those photos could have been shown on tonight's show of her,
I rather not take
the chance.
the chance, yeah, just in case to make
Yeah, you
sure.
don't want to strike.
Because the thing I don't understand is I got an uncle that got murdered, and you don't find nothing like that on the internet about him and what happened.
Huh.
It's like nowhere.
That's
And this poor little princess, you write her name in, and everything's out there
everything
for you.
comes up.
That is what I don't understand.
I don't either. It's very sad. And the saddest part for me is this. You know, I had boys. Unfortunately, I didn't start out as a single parent, but ended up raising actually 3 boys by myself. And the number one thing I taught my children was this: always tell the truth. Why? Because not only is it the only thing you're going to remember, okay, because it truly is. Because in 10 years, 5 years, a year, if somebody asks you what happened, you're not going to remember the lie you told. So always tell the truth. Because it's not just the only thing you can remember, it's the easiest thing to remember. And I wonder what these people, I guarantee you there's people involved. Like, how are they feeling now? I know this happened a while ago, but how can you live with yourself when you know what you've done? And how can the police, and I'm sorry, there is no freaking way, no way that there's no evidence that something happened to this girl. There's just no way. I don't believe it. That's why I think there's definitely a cover up.
I'm so sorry.
Oh no.
So sorry for that.
Oh,
So
me too.
I guess it depends on like maybe who commits the murder. Me, it was a famous motorcycle gang without naming who they are. Uh, that's
I'd be calling them out.
it's probably because of the motorcycle gang that nothing of my stuff is out there to the public. It happened in 1997.
Wow.
Yeah,
Not for anything, but my son had a friend who was murdered, and it's a shame. But the only people that know is myself, my son, his wife, the person that did it, and the dead friend. He was slammed over the head. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on YouTube, but he was slammed, hard in the back of the head with a huge, we'll just say a piece of Pyrex. Okay? A round, hard piece of Pyrex. And he was in his 20s. And yeah, 3 months later he was dead. And they tried to say he had ALS. No, he didn't.
Mm.
And
Well,
of course we didn't say anything, you know what I mean?
we've hit our 1 hour mark. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed the show tonight. And tonight's Friday night. So, April from Entity Paranormal will be doing a live tonight around, I think it's 9:30, 10 o'clock ish, something like that. So, if you want to scoot over there, we're certainly going to have some fun like we always do.
I love her.
And on that note, guys, I want you all to have a wonderful weekend coming. Hi, Mittens. We're leaving. Oh, good show. Oh, thank you. You were here. Okay. I thought we were
Aw.
leaving and poor Mittens. So have a wonderful weekend, guys. I love you all very much. And thank you for coming
Yes.
tonight. And my Twitter friends also. I'm not forgetting about you guys. Love you guys as well. Without you all, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. So thank you. Much
Love
love.
and light to all.
Yes.
And
And,
Sandra, we all love you too, honey. We all love you too.
and I'll see you guys around the broom somewhere.